everybody, welcome to Impossible Coin. Rocky.
Yes.
As you know, Tegan is out of office this week.
Yeah.
So as a result, I have taken steps to ensure that we are performing at 110%, as always.
Of course.
So I have gotten noted former VR developer Joe Spiro to come here and talk about Yu Yu Hakusho.
What? Joe's not here this week.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man. He turned down the thing like weeks ago. I forgot what he was doing. I think he's like in Hawaii or something.
Oh, is Dave Lang here?
No.
Shit. Well, it's possible that we're fucked. Who are you?
I am Big Sach.
Oh, snap. Big Sach is here, guys.
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing? I'm no Dave Lang, but...
But unlike Dave Lang, your name guaranteed comes up at the end of every show, so...
That's true.
Wild.
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
I got a lot of family over the house right now. My mom's brother is here from India, so it's just been pretty hectic.
Alright, that's cool.
But I've been playing a lot of games on the Switch. I've been relaxing a lot, you know? School's starting up in 2 weeks again, so that's when, things are going to be crazy.
What have you been playing, man?
So, a couple weeks ago, I was watching Dave Lang stream something, and I was talking to some people in the chat, and we got to talking about Persona.
Mm-hmm.
And I had played Persona 5, but never finished it. I got to maybe 80 hours into the game, and I really like it. It's probably one of my favorite games of last year, but it was just too long. I really like the music. I really like the aesthetic, the style of it and everything. But I just got tired of the of playing it. To be honest, it just got boring, right?
Yeah.
But so we were talking about Persona, and someone was talking about Persona 4, and I was like, you know what? I've got a PS2 in my room over here. Why don't I just pick up a copy of Persona 4 and see what that's all about? I hear a lot about it, I watched parts of the Endurance run from Giant Bomb, but not the whole thing. So I was like, alright, let me check it out. And I got probably a fourth, or a little more than a fourth of the way through the game, and I'm really enjoying it. I'd say about as much as Persona 5, or maybe a little bit less, but, that's probably the quality of life stuff that makes it, better or worse.
Okay. Who's your favorite Persona right now?
So, my favorite Persona or my favorite, character?
Let's do both. Why not?
Okay, my favorite Persona that I've gotten for my main character is Saraswati, which is, a Hindu god, which is, really cool for me to, see that. Well, she's a goddess. To see that in a game. Yeah. So I was like, oh, word, Saraswati. And I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, word, that's, literally, Saraswati. Okay, that's cool. Any sort of reference to, Indian stuff in video games, I'm a sucker for it, because it's few and far between, I must say.
Yeah, man, representation is important.
Yeah. I like Kanji's Persona a lot, because he's just a freaking big-ass dude, skeleton dude, and, yeah. I just finished Kanji's dungeon, and I'm on Risei's dungeon. I just found her strip tease place. I guess that's what it's called.
That is what it's called.
You guys have played Persona 4, or?
Persona 4 is the best. Super good. I love it.
Yeah. Okay, good.
I'm way on board the Chie train.
Yes, I'm rank 8 with Chie, so I'm, close to that romance, man. She's super the best. When I saw this in the show, Doc, I thought for a second that you were like me and rolling deep in the Vita Club. Oh, no.
Yeah.
The Vita, man, that's, I have no shot.
Man, the Vita makes me sad.
I remember the first PSP and just, getting that. To go from something so big to just being such a, disappointment, you know what I mean?
The thing about the Vita, it was an incredible piece of hardware, really comfortable, really good to use. There's nothing about the thing from a design standpoint that is really bad. It is a great piece of tech, and it literally could have done everything they wanted. The best way I can describe the Vita's market position is imagine a pickup game of basketball amongst 60-year-old fat guys, and LeBron is there, but he chooses to not play.
He's just on the bench somewhere. He's just hanging out.
Yeah, like maybe he's got a copy of Great Outdoorsman and he's reading it or something. Like, and they're like, "Hey, LeBron, do you want to play?" And he's just like, "Nah."
He's like, "Nah, man."
You're like, that's the Vita. That is the fucking Vita.
Okay, word. Yeah, that makes 100% sense.
Oh, I'm glad it does.
It's uninspired LeBron. That's where we're at. PS Vita is uninspired LeBron.
It's just like,
Oh my god.
why, man? Like, I fucking love my Vita. If I'm playing in handheld mode, I prefer the Vita to the Switch. It's more comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the Switch, I'm like, man, I got a big-ass thing in my hands. But the Vita, I'm like, yeah, this is something I feel cool just throwing in my pocket and taking somewhere. It's much more like a sitting in the back of a vehicle thing, but like...
Yeah. Like an Uber or whatever, a taxi or whatever.
Yeah, but Sony just did not give a fuck. Like, at all. It's like it didn't blow the doors off day one. They're like, whatever.
Who needs this, really? Yeah.
But I'm seeing here that you're part of the Dead Cells Club.
Yeah. So I was playing a lot of Dead Cells when it was in early access, and I was having a good time with it, but I never got too far. I probably put like 10, 12 hours into it in early access, maybe even more than that. And then I picked it up on Switch when it came out just now, and dude, I've been playing a lot. I just went to California for a couple days last week, and I took my Switch with me, and I didn't end up sleeping on the plane. I just ended up playing Dead Cells the whole time and listening to podcasts and music and stuff. It was awesome.
Nice. That's a vibe.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking about Dead Cells? Like, what's your, go-to colors? I try to go for purple and a red, you know?
I've been enjoying, straight purple runs.
Mm-hmm.
But while red is really comfortable, red is when I want to, kind of turn my brain off and just hit stuff.
Just hit stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to feel out what I really want to do with blue. I get it, aesthetically, but, it doesn't feel comfortable yet. You know what I mean? I'm experimenting with it right now.
Yeah, I think you're onto something, Rocky. I think blue's the way to go.
Blue meaning the shields and stuff?
Yup.
And the and the heavies? Yeah.
Yep.
Or is it blue or is it green?
I'm pretty sure it's blue.
I'm pretty sure it's blue.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm just...
Man, I've been on the Dead Cells train since, early access. That was one of the first things I started fucking around with when I got the first GPD win. I was like, let me get something that I can throw in my win and, play with me wherever I go.
Right.
If somebody were to tell me, procedurally generated Metroidvania, I would tell them, please fuck off.
Yeah, I'm not interested in that.
Exactly. But, it really feels like it came together with that. I would totally not expect that to, because when I think Metroidvania, usually what makes them so satisfying is just good handcrafted dungeons that are fun to explore.
Places you can go back to, right?
Yep.
You're reopening areas that you're going, to explore and come back, and that handcrafted ability lends itself to those kind of things, right?
Yeah, so I just don't know why it worked.
Well, it's a lot faster,
Yeah.
Even in the first couple levels of Dead Cells, when you don't have, abilities and gear, you still move about as fast as endgame Metroidvania. While it isn't as layered as Metroidvanias really are, the way that you move through the world, fighting, exploring, and gathering things takes away that slump that you may experience near the beginning of Metroidvanias.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
And a lot like those, and unlike a lot of those roguelikes out there, which just want you to chip away constantly for 97 years before it starts to be fun, movement in Dead Cells and the initial act of killing baddies is fun from the jump in that game. Right. A lot of times, like Rogue Legacy, I think it takes 5-6 hours for Rogue Legacy to start being fun.
I believe that.
Yeah. And the combat in Rogue Legacy is frankly just so basic comparatively. I think Dead Cells, it moves so, you feel so effortless in the way you're able to roll, and when you have the balance blade, or when you have a heavier weapon, and the way you're able to just bam, boom, you know what I mean? And just the hits feel so good for every weapon,
Mm-hmm.
The movement feels so good in combat when you're using the twin daggers. you know how you can like combo like 1-2 and then you can roll and then finish the third slice, like stuff like that is really cool to me, you know. Or you can even 1-2 shoot your bow and then, you know, do the third slice or whatever it is, right? Like you can really experiment with the combat in such a like really cool way, and I think that's what sets it apart from a lot of other games to me, is just like how fun it feels to play, you know.
Yeah, like your combos feel like yours.
Yeah,
you're not just trapped in the basic stuff.
So, am I seeing here that you been poking at No Man's Sky?
Yeah, so I went back to it. I played it at launch. Like I played like 25 hours of it. Yeah, a good amount of time, but not too long. And I kind of came out of this new update with the same feelings I had from the last update. It kind of just refreshed my interest in the game, but ultimately it's the same thing. They've just like refined it, and like that's okay. I think it's like Minecraft. I like Minecraft, but I'm not that creative in that world, so I tend to just get bored and not have that much fun with it, you know. So it's the same type of thing. It feels tedious to me at times, where it's just like, all right, I'm getting this, and I don't explore the whole planets. I land on the planet, and I'm like, all right, this planet's like the last planet. I start to notice all of the, you know, the hot planets have the same type of flowers. I keep, okay, all right, whatever. And it's not that the generation is not advanced. Like, there's some wild stuff that I saw, and in the end, the game ended up being like, let me just find crazy places to take cool pictures in photo mode.
Yeah. I think my favorite thing to come out of the most recent update is it looks like that bug, which just forces the player character into T-pose, is like rampant these days. Like, I don't know how many videos I've seen people like just hanging out and like,
I've fallen through the spaceship a couple times and fell into the void of the space.
Oh no.
It was actually one of the first days I had just downloaded the update, and I went into one of those like mission things on the on like a bridge where you guys play No Man's Sky?
I haven't touched No Man's Sky.
Okay, no.
I was able to resist.
Okay, so there's like a little bridge area where you can access different missions, right? It's like a circle, and there's like 4 points around it.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk to different people. You know, one guy will give missions, one guy will give you your map, one guy will, you know, whatever. So you go to the thing, and, you know, I picked a mission, and I'm like, it's not like letting me click out. And then I press B, and then all of a sudden, the ship disappears and then reappears. And then my guy just starts flailing, and I'm like trying to like hit the jetpack, but I mean I'm in space, so like what am I gonna do? I like, as soon as my character like falls through the like geometry of the spaceship and gets into space, he dies.
Yeah, that's alright.
I had to like transfer all of my ship inventory to my personal inventory, because I had all of the inventory that had dropped in space would just go to my ship, you know what I mean? And then it was like, but my ship had less inventory than my personal inventory, so I had to just keep doing that. I had to like, you know, keep like moving stuff and then going back to my death spot, and then moving stuff, and then going back to the spot where I died. It was really annoying.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game, but like I said, tedious.
Yeah.
So in over 25 hours of playing, how many alien species have you come across that look like dongs?
Many.
Okay.
Many dongs. And many dong plants. And you can also make dongs, because you have a terrain manipulator. So you can just like make rocks wherever you want. You just make a giant dong rock wherever you want.
I mean, I guess. Jeez.
It's amazing.
That was one of my favorite things when this game came out, a couple years ago, was the number of articles that were like, holy shit, check out all these wiener aliens. Because there's so many wiener aliens that like at least like 5-6 different publications were able to get articles featuring galleries of like 8 to 10 dick aliens, and they were all different dick aliens. I'm like, yep. Game of the year right here.
Right.
Oh, man. Rocky, why don't you tell us what you've been playing before we shift into something a little bit different before news?
Sure. I've been playing a lot of Mario Tennis Aces. I have delved into some of the higher tech. There's a couple players. There's this guy in Japan on the tournament mode. He's won nearly 200 tournaments on his own, and his win-loss ratio online is 502. And, like, so he has to be scumming. Like, there's no way he's not, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. But his, like, ranking is outrageous, and I checked out a couple of the videos on his YouTube channel, and the dude is really scary. There's also some pretty good tech. One of the things that I found out is out on the Bowser level, you know how tennis nets are held up by poles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of the new things in this Mario Tennis game is you have an ability called Zone Shot, where, like, you get a chance to fire, like, your tennis ball with a reticle at, like, higher speed, to the point where, like, you either need lightning fast reactions or you use, like, the slow down mechanic in the game to, like, chase after it. And someone figured out that on Bowser's level, if you aim at one of the poles in the Zone Shot mode, you can actually bounce the ball off the pole back onto the court. Like, it's some real Prince of Tennis shit, man. And, like, people can just do that shit in real life. And, man, I've seen some rallies go on for, like, seemingly forever. Basically, like, in loops between zone shots and, like, the trick shot, which, like, you either flick the right stick or double tap X. And the character will, like, dash seemingly in slow-mo that allows you to get certain shots that you would normally just be out of reach. And, man, like, there's some real shit going on. So I decided to join a tournament. So I'm playing an online tournament later today.
Ooh.
I'm scared in my boots, but it's round robin into a double elimination bracket. So I'm guaranteed at least 3 games, and if I make it out of pools, at least 5. So, you know, I'm gonna try some shit. I'm gonna bring my Rosalina. I'm gonna go try to do some things. Hopefully, I get some good experiences out of it.
Man, the more you talk about this game, the more I never ever want to play it.
Yeah, I was so excited for Mario Tennis, and when I saw the video, I mean, I guess people want something different from the game, but I really like the first Mario Tennis, or 64, right? Mario Tennis 64.
Yeah.
And I played a lot of that game.
I was just going to say that game is also in this game. So, like, the thing with all the super meter and the zone shots and shit, that is the quote-unquote standard mode. And there is a different mode that is basically just classic Mario Tennis. There's no trick shots. There's no meter. There's no, like, supers or anything. It's called simple mode. There's also a bracket for that, too.
Oh, okay. Do people play that, though?
Standard's definitely bigger, but people still play simple.
Let's say I just want to find a match online. How hard is it to find a match playing simple-ass Jack mode?
It's not. There's 2 things. One, there are 2 main modes of playing online. There's free play, which is essentially casual play. And you can play, like, you know, like the tiebreaker, which is just like 1st to 7, or you can set it to extended play. You can build your old rooms. You can build a room and let people show up. And then there's tournament play, which is ranked play. And that tracks your ELO. So, like, you get a ranking number, and you also get points for each tournament that you play. And so, like, you're not going to play someone that's, like, widely outside your rank. Occasionally, you'll play people that are, like, in your rank but have a high number of points, which means they're not really moving up or down. But outside of that, you're still, like, limited playing in your skill level. Even though I know of people that have this crazy tech, I haven't played anyone like that online. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's kind of why I'm playing the tournament, because I want to see what that's like. I want to see what playing against these kind of people really feels like. But who knows? We'll see what happens.
Okay, yeah. I have the game. I just haven't really played much of it. I played a bit of the adventure mode and didn't really like that at all. And then I got smacked by people online, so I was like, alright, fuck this.
Yep.
Yeah, so the adventure mode is pretty tough. There's no way around that.
Yeah.
And for, like, tournament play, pretty much everyone recommends that you play through the adventure first.
Mm-hmm.
But free play is actually pretty chill. And that's what I was talking about, like, a couple weeks before, because I wasn't really in tournament mode. I was just, like, dicking around on free play and just, like, smacking people around. And I was just like, I'm the best person to ever play Mario Tennis. And clearly I'm wrong.
Right.
There's no way that's true.
There's some crazy people out there.
No, I've seen some casual play that's actually pretty cool. And I have a handful of friends that play in town. And there are some very strong opinions. Like, there's a guy that refuses to play standard play altogether because he doesn't believe in it, which I understand. I personally think it's dope, but he feels like it's too much. And I've played on some simple brackets, like just for the past like week or so, just to see what that's like. And I didn't want to like gamble how far I had gotten in like the standard ranking. And it's a totally different game. Like it's not the same. Like I really got used to like all the wacky bullshit that's in standard, and like simple is definitely a lot more pared down.
Okay, I did like parts of the stuff they added. It's just some of the things that just were a little bit tough for me to grasp. It's really tough because people online are so good at getting those shots where you flick the stick. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, the trick shot. Yeah.
That's a trick shot. People are so good at hitting those. And I guess the adventure mode, like you said, is how you practice all that kind of stuff.
Pretty much.
It's really tough, man. For me, at least, getting the timing on that. I was playing with Yoshi.
Oh, okay. So actually, Yoshi's actually a really good character, like pretty much on every tier list. But Yoshi's like trick shot is really reliant on like cardinal positioning. So like if the ball is like lateral to you, like it's one of the best trick shots. And if it's directly in front of you, it's pretty reliable. But if it's off center in either way, like you're going to have a bad time trying to get it with trick shot.
Interesting.
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed is that when you use trick shot, if you like hit a button, it doesn't really matter which one because it usually always comes out as a slice. But if you hit the button as the ball connects, you can actually get a little meter for the trick shot.
Huh.
So it's a really interesting way to build meter. I learned it because I played one guy. It was a Wario player, and he hit every ball back with trick shot, and I didn't realize why he was doing it until like I had like half a bar of meter, and he was already using his super, and I was like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Oh, yeah, and okay.
Yeah, so like that's actually really useful. But honestly, like more often than not, using zone speed with Yoshi is actually sufficient. One thing that I would also suggest, I know Yoshi's like he's a speedy character, so you definitely just want to get around to wherever the ball is.
Yeah.
And as Yoshi, the best thing you probably can do is try to force your opponent to run around as much as you are, because since you like have the speed advantage, they won't be able to set up charge shots.
Right.
And in like the speed run. So
yeah,
you like want to either make them come to the net with like drop shots or like use lobs to like push them back and make them run like back and forth left and right. And that usually trips up most people.
Yeah, that's sound advice, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem, man. Like, I want you to have a good time playing this game.
So
yeah.
Be big.
Why does Nintendo have two philosophies on difficulty these days? It's either this is a baby's toy or I'm going to tear your dick off.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
To be fair, they started with the tear your dick off philosophy, and they caved to like the baby difficulty when, was it Toys R Us that decided that like video games were toys, essentially?
The only way Nintendo could effectively get into toy stores was being like, yeah, these are for kids, because the Atari 2600 had been effectively marketed to adults.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's why Nintendo has always been like, oh, we're like for kids or what.
It's amazing to go back and watch some like old Atari ads, because there's like Atari ads with like people in their 60s who are like, I'd just like to fuck off and play some Tempest. Man, imagine if that had never collapsed. Like, imagine if that had never gone away. Games marketed to adults and games marketed to women as the norm.
True.
But Nintendo came along like, no, this is for little boys. And that's where we ended up for a while.
But we got Animal Crossing now.
Yeah, we had Animal Crossing.
Oh, what, you don't like Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, you fucking loser? Like,
Shut up, Brian. You like yelled about it for like 3 weeks. Jesus.
I think I only yelled about Amiibo Festival for a week. I yelled about that shitty mobile game for like 3 weeks.
That mobile game is fucking trash.
It's a punishment. It's a bad thing.
Every day we stray further from God's light.
Yes.
Yeah, Mario Tennis apparently is either super hard or super easy. Honestly, I think it takes more work to make what's ever in the middle. More work or less attention. And I don't think Nintendo's about either of those things.
Right.
One of the things I appreciated most about Breath of the Wild is that the difficulty was very much a organically player selected experience. That game was as hard or as easy as you wanted to, like just based on like how many shrines did you go do in order to like bank up a bunch of extra hearts or stamina, like how much
like food are you carrying around at all times,
yep.
How many potions you keeping with you, you know.
Yep. Like how are you equipped for like damage and like healing. The game was very much like a user-guided experience for difficulty, so that way if you wanted to be like, I'm just running around carrying the barbarian outfit and I got like nothing on me except a whole bunch of like shit I need to go sell, so that way I can try and fight this here like centaur man who hates me, then it can be that for you. But if you need it to be a baby's toy, it can be that for you too. And just, there are not many that Nintendo games that like provide that experience. Like I think about like Mario Odyssey, where for like 90% of the game, what you're encountering is, this is a baby's toy. And then it's like, so, I see you've reached the dark side of the moon. Have you considered fucking yourself? Yeah.
I mean, I feel that, but like, that's also, well, okay, no, I'm not going to do that, because I've been down that road before.
Rocky, now you got us curious. Go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I need.
The dark side of the moon is a totally optional experience, and you don't have to go.
Yeah, but you unlocked it, and then you gotta finish it. I mean, you gonna leave it?
I mean, Rocky, imagine having your optional reward for doing a super good job be a punch in the nuts.
Okay, the dark side of the moon, it's not quite a punch in the nuts.
No, that's a darker side of the moon. That's the punch in the nuts. The dark side of the moon is more like a gentle grazing of the testicles.
That doesn't sound too bad, if we're gonna be honest, Brian.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I don't know how gentle it was, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I'll agree with that. I feel like Aces... No, I'm biased. I can't do this. But I was gonna say that I feel like Aces, if you pick a mode that you want to like just dick around in. I mean, technically you could dick around in like tournament mode, but what'll happen is that your rating will like freeze someplace essentially.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to like just hang out in tournament mode and just like mess around with tennis, like you can. I don't think that's something that's like out of your wheelhouse. It's possible that it's not.
I just have flashbacks to that time. I bought Street Fighter V and I bought a stick and I thought I was going to have a lot of fun. And then I was like, oh, I'm not having any fun whatsoever.
Okay, but that's different. Like, I mean, while there are quote-unquote combos in Mario Tennis Aces, there isn't, like, a baseline that you need. Well, there's a baseline, but it's like, you know the 5 shots, you know how to lob, you know how to drop shot, you know A is for topspin, B is for slice, Y is for a flat shots, then you're cool. Let's go play the game. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's all you need to actually start playing. If you don't, like in Street Fighter, or, you know, any fighting game, if you don't have a clear idea of, like, what your buttons are, or, like, what to do when, like, it's your turn, you know, like, when you have the opportunity to complete a combo, then you're not going to have a good time. It's like trying to play football without knowing how to throw a ball. You know what I mean? Like, you're just standing on the field.
Street Fighters, I don't know.
Like,
I bought a stick to play Dragon Ball Fighters.
Uh-huh.
And I got into it. I thought it was fun, but then I didn't have that much fun with it.
I get that. But, like, fighting games, especially in a competitive space, has a baseline level of knowledge that they want you to have to, like, really be able to enjoy fights.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to be punished for it. And I don't think the baseline of knowledge required in Mario Tennis Aces is even remotely comparable. Because I know, like, if you're playing with, like, a bunch of friends, like, with fighting games, you can just hit a couple of buttons and then you're fine. But, like, someone that knows to, like, block and, like, Shoryuken when, like, you're on block stun will beat those people every time.
Right, that's the thing. Like, if I play against a friend of mine, like, I know enough that I'm not straight up just button mashing, right?
Right.
But I don't know enough when I play online. Like, I know a couple combos. I know that I shouldn't just be smacking buttons randomly. I try to think about what I'm doing when I play. Like, most people who play fighting games just smash, like, you know what I mean, like average player. I'm not talking about people who actually care about them, but they just smash buttons, right? They don't even think about what they're doing. They just like hit the buttons, like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely understand that. And while I agree that Mario Tennis Aces requires more thought than a conventional tennis video game, I don't think it requires so much that it barriers itself out from casual play. That's what I'm saying. I think that the amount of information that is available to exploit is a lot smaller than, like, compared to, like, other, like, fighting games. So people who play a lot of the game know some things that can trash, like, casual players, but it's not that much. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The gap between the average competitive player and, like, the average player is not that much.
Right. Like, it's still noticeable. Like, you can definitely trash some people. But, like, once you, like, figure out, like, oh, this ball curves like this, or, like, a really good tip is that if you land a fully charged, like, topspin actually pushes back further than, like, any other shot. So, like, if you play someone that's like a power or technique player and you're able to just sit back and just fire off top spins, you can push someone super far back and then just drop a charge, like, drop shot, and they can't get to it. It's like one of those things. Like, I know that, but, like, basically what happens is that when you see me hitting a bunch of top spins, you just start hitting slices, and, like, my tech no longer exists. Like, that's all it is. Like, the counterplay is a button as opposed to, like, footsies. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, some, like, wild, yeah. Interesting. Okay. That's some good advice. Okay.
We've been talking about Mario Tennis for a while. I'm sorry, guys.
So, Rocky, what else you been fucking with?
So, I picked up a handful of Switch demos. I played a few, but I'm going to talk about a couple. One of which is Yoku's Island Express. I almost messed up the name again. Yoku's Island Express follows, like, a little, bug thing who's a new postman on this island, and you're showing up for your first job, and you have to, like, travel through the island, help other, like, creatures and critters collect fruits, and, like, deliver mail. But the game is, like, a hybrid pinball game platformer.
Oh, that's this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, it's pretty neat. Like, the main control scheme is just that you use the shoulder buttons to, like, hit various, like, not pin, but what are the things called, Brian? Flippers, thank you. You hit the flippers that launch Yoku around the map, and you collect items to, like, go do things. I played through the demo, and I met a snake that wanted me to go get him an item, and I needed to break this rock to let out all these little critters that have infested this little cabin. And then I got the title card. It was very charming. It's very bright and colorful. The pinball levels feel good, and they don't feel super dense. Feels like a good time. I had some fun with it. I might pick it up one of these days.
I think that might be a day for me next week. Now that I know that a day that I'm going back to work, I can just treat next week like a week off. So I think there might be a day where I'm just sitting around playing goofy ass
Yoku, yeah.
Yeah.
Some cute pinball.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And Rocky, I see that you messed with the Valkyria Chronicles 4 demo?
Yeah, the Valkyria Chronicles 4 demo, which is, still about the same war. Because, like, who doesn't like talking about World War II? And basically, you're playing from the perspective of Squad E. And Squad E is going on basically a suicide mission. They are marching into the Empire, Russia. And you're supposed to go to the capital, fight your way through it, and take the Russian capital. In the demo, you actually get news that Gallia, which is the country that's focused on in the first game, has just been attacked. They added a Grenadier class, which basically, like, allows you to fire mortars. And, like, mortars they deal about as much damage as tanks. They're not super mobile, but they have crazy huge range. Like, so, like, they'll just set down somewhere, and you can just start nuking targets from all over the map. And, they have a new cast. The cast is okay. They introduced some tension between, like, the Grenadier, who's the new class, and your protagonist who drives the tank and gives the orders. And the game's, it feels like Valkyria Chronicles, still feels like the same game. There's some new stuff on it. It doesn't really feel like new stank or anything. I played through the game on normal. There is an easy mode on the demo, and they had a bonus mission, which was like demo exclusive. And it plays with like the characters where they're obviously higher level. They have a couple different perks. Your sniper has the ability to reload a shot after she shot someone. Your shock troopers have an ability that makes it so that all 20 of their shots are guaranteed to hit. You know, stuff like that. But, I don't know. It feels like the same game. I've actually played 2 of the 3 Valkyria Chronicles that have come out. I haven't finished any of them. And before anyone comes at me, I have gotten through, you know, the quote-unquote casual filters on both of them. I just didn't feel like finishing the games. And I still don't really know why. Like, I enjoy the tactics, and, like, the overworld running around stuff is pretty cool. And the characters seem interesting, but, like, I just never play the game to completion. I don't know. But it feels like another Valkyria Chronicles game, which means that I'll probably buy it. I'll play about 20 hours of it, get past chapter 11 or so, and then stop playing.
Rocky.
Yes?
You're a bad person.
You know what? I'm trying to be better every day, Brian.
Okay, I'm just saying that you should finish fucking Valkyria Chronicles. I feel like this is one of the first discussions we ever had. I seem to remember it was our first or second episode. For some reason, you're like, yeah, I just don't ever see myself finishing Valkyria Chronicles came up then. And I was like, Rocky, you're a bad person. So I'd like to revisit this. Rocky, you're still a bad person. You should still finish Valkyria Chronicles. It's a good-ass video game.
Brian, I bought the game twice. Like, I have it on PS3, and I have it on Steam, and I've had them for years. And I've literally forgotten about them.
So
like,
maybe you should buy it for the PS4 and see what happens.
Brian, I swear to God, if I don't finish this game, I'm coming to you, man. I'm going to be at your door. Me and Festival, I'm going to be upset. Collectively.
Don't bring Hardbody into this.
Dude.
It's not his business.
Like, I'm not saying Valkyria Chronicles is a bad game. Like, it feels like a good game. Whenever I do play it, I have a good time. I just never feel like finishing it. I don't know why. And I know you've had that experience, Brian, where you've played games, like, you don't feel... I don't have any animosity against the Valkyria Chronicles series. There isn't a moment where I decided, this game is bullshit, I'm going to stop playing. It's just like, I'll finish a session, and then it'll be months later, and it's like, I haven't played this game in a while, and I'll play like for a couple hours and then not feel like playing it again. I don't know why. I don't know how to explain that phenomenon.
Well, I can think of a game which I try not to trash, but I tried to play earlier this year and kind of came to the conclusion that it's just not for me. Okay. It was a game largely about murdering community leaders.
I'm aware. Yeah.
Yeah. Sach, have you heard of this game? It's a game where like you and 3 other people travel through various biomes, and you encounter various large community leaders. You then murder them and make enhanced weapons out of their body parts because you're a bad person.
You can make armor too.
Man. Oh, okay. You can also make armor out of their body parts because you're a bad person. Yeah.
It's one of the games of the year, Brian. It's okay. It's fine. I understand. I get it. I'm leaving it alone.
Monster Hunter's a cult.
Oh, man.
Ugh.
What have you been playing, Brian?
All right. Like, the memes are strong with Hearthstone right now.
Uh-huh.
Mech Hunter is real.
I believe it.
The new keyword magnetize, you can play a mech as a buff or play it as a separate mech. And so there is a mech called Missile Launcher.
Sick.
And at the end of every turn, Missile Launcher fires a missile at every other character on the board, which does 1 damage.
Wait, we talked about something that did that.
There's fucking mechs in Hearthstone?
Yes, there are.
Dude, let's go! Are you in or are you in, Sach?
Oh my god, now I want to play Hearthstone.
Yeah, Boomtown, dude, let's get it.
Oh, let's get it.
There's another mech called Venomizer.
Sick.
Who has poison, which means that he kills anything he hits. So if you play Venomizer magnetically to Missile Launcher, then that means that all of those 1 damage missiles that Missile Launcher fires kills everything it touches.
Yo, that's the best.
So you can play missile launcher as just like a permanent board clear. It just sits there, just like
destroying everything.
Yeah. So like the trick is you put out some big creatures that like force your opponent to use up all of their hard removal, and then like once you're sure they've used up all their hard removal, you then put out the missile launcher venomizer, and you're like, oh, congratulations, fuck yourself. And you just keep on beating them over and over again in the face because they can never play any dudes. It's such a good feeling. You're like, yep.
Oh, that's amazing.
You're like, surprise, I'm here. I'm here for this. Even better, there's another mech who has the keyword cannot be targeted with spells.
Okay.
So you play that first, then you add missile launcher to it, and then you add venomizer to that. So you can't even target the thing? You're like, yeah.
Phantom Venomizer Missile Launcher.
That's
Let's
ridiculous.
go.
Yup.
Fucking Hearthstone.
Yep. And there's a paladin spell, which, like, resurrects your mechs with all of their buffs.
Oh, no.
So, like, you can even, like, if you're playing paladin, you put together this monstrosity, you can be like, hey, everybody, it lives again. Just, it's so good. It's so
That's
good.
Amazing.
There's also like this Warlock anti-combo meme deck where you're watching your opponent put together their combo and you're like, haha, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. And then you play this card which turns a random minion in their hand into a demon. A good example is like whenever you see a druid play a card called Dream Petal Florist. And what Dream Petal Florist does is at the end of every turn that it's alive, it reduces the cost of a minion by 7. And you're like, oh, I can tell that what you're doing is there's one minion in your hand that you'd like to see real cheap. So how about this? I magically turn that minion in your hand into some bullshit you don't need, ruining your combo, and just watching these sad tryhards have to hit the concede button because now their combo will never work is such a good feeling. It's the purest joy. Hearthstone is good right now. A lot of goofy decks, a lot of weird stuff. There's at least 4 different Mecha Cthulhu decks right now.
Okay.
Oh. Mecha.
No, we talked about this last week, dude. You need to listen to that.
I gotta check that out, yeah.
And then there's a card called Test Subject, which is a 0/2 minion whose flavor text reads, Death Rattle. Return any spells cast on this minion to your hand. And it took the community about a week to figure out how to turn a test subject, a 0/2, into a 32/1.
Wait, I'm sorry. Do you mean that it has 32 attack and 1 health?
And
Yes.
1, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So,
Whoa.
so there is a test subject OTK combo where, like, once you get the puzzle pieces together, you're like, congratulations, I just one-hit killed you with the test subject. And it's goofy. A lot of goofy stuff going on right now.
I'm very scared.
Oh, yeah. I'm all about it. The aggro people have not yet found their footing. I like it when the meta is so wild that people can't just, like, play a rush deck and ladder really quickly because they're just getting crushed by all the weird variety.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, like, it's still weird out there. So, Yep, good times. So, Sach.
Yes?
One of the reasons I wanted to have you on was I thought that it was possible. I suspected that you might enable and facilitate one of my more recent bad habits on this show.
Yes?
Which is wanting to talk about wrestling.
Yes. Yeah, sure. Let's talk about wrestling, man.
All right. So I see here from our show doc that it looks like you are a member of the New Japan Pro cult. So why don't we start there?
Yeah, so I was watching the G1. Were you watching the G1?
All right, man. All right. So first of all, here's the part where you're going to need to convince me to get into New Japan Pro.
Oh, so you don't watch New Japan?
All right. So, like, I want to, but I'm scared. And here's why I'm scared. Is, like, I don't know if you've seen any of the average discourse online by New Japan Pro fans.
Yeah, it's annoying, man.
They are the worst. I'll put it this way, and this is meant as a compliment. You do not strike me as the average New Japan Pro fan.
Yeah. It's extremely annoying, and actually, that's why for a couple months earlier this year, I was just really not into it. I was just annoyed of, like, the discourse online, but like I just kind of stopped going on like Reddit and stuff like that, and not reading as much like Twitter wrestling stuff. You know what I mean? It's just annoying, like
Right.
Dave Meltzer and all that stuff. Like,
Oh my god, we need to pause here to talk about Meltzer for a second. Fuck Meltzer.
sorry, I got upset.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
No, you're good. I need to know what's happened with Meltzer.
Yeah, so basically he was having a discussion with his co-host Brian Alvarez, and they were talking about Peyton Royce, who is a wrestler. What is the name of the tag team she's in?
The Iconics.
The Iconics. She's from the Iconics, right?
Okay.
And they were talking about how she used to be in NXT, which is like WWE's farm system, right?
Right.
And they were talking about, there's something about her when she was, blah, 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 insinuating, like, she was more attractive in NXT, and then he says, she was lighter. And he straight up says that. He was like, she was lighter.
All right. Jesus Christ.
And basically then people were trying to say, it's because what they meant was that she got breast implants, blah, blah, blah. But like, regardless, the way the people have been trying to defend him, even after he apologized, people are like, you're going for him. It's too much. Like,
No, I feel you. Because, it's still bullshit. And, like, I know how these types of apologies go, and I doubt it was really sincere. It's probably, like, a lot more, like, staged and whatnot.
The thing about Meltzer is he apologized, I think, like 957 times, and it's like they got progressively worse.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. There were like at least 8 different apologies on Twitter. He like delayed the release of his stupid podcast by like a day. He's like, no podcast today. I'm like, too busy shitting yourself, bro.
Seriously.
And so then the podcast came out a day late. It was the most like awkward shit.
He literally spent half an hour apologizing.
That whole time, all I could hear was like the fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm music. Just like,
Yeah.
it was bad. And the other thing that like really kind of like pissed me off is that at Extreme Rules, when they brought Hulk Hogan into the locker room and some of the wrestlers were like, this fucking sucks, and had to release like very carefully worded because of their job statements about how it sucks. Like,
yeah.
So you had like Titus O'Neil and the New Day being like,
this sucks, but we can't really say how much we hate this, but it sucks, saying it through the smile, like, it sucks, guys, like, fuck, like, you know what I mean? Like, but what can we do?
very few people who like jumped in there and like stood with them publicly. Like Finn Balor did because he's our shining prince.
Right, yeah.
And he's the fucking best. But like very few people were like, hey, you know what? Fuck this publicly.
Listen, Finn Balor's abs will never let you down, okay?
Oh, my
How could
goodness.
those abs ever let you down?
Oh, man. Like, how could somebody so good and pure also be so good?
Yeah, seriously.
But all of these guys out there being like, yeah, Dave, I'm going to go ahead and give your comment -5 stars. Just like, come on, Seth Rollins. Fuck
Yeah,
you. You used to date a Nazi. Like, you're garbage. I was really on board with all of the stuff for like the women wrestlers who stood with Peyton, but like a lot of the guys in WWE found some way to make like their comments about some kind of star joke.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, Drake Maverick. No
Come
one
on,
cares
bro.
about your star
yeah,
joke.
Relax, dude, yeah.
Although the Nikki and Brie Bella tweet that kind of just made me go like, oh my God, this is the worst. All right, here we go. Here's the Nikki and Brie Bella tweet of the week. Love when a man says a woman needs to be lighter to be more successful on TV. That man should be light with his words. Because us women who are a part of an evolution can throw a heavy kick in between his legs. Time for everyone to join the evolution. At Peyton Royce, you are a goddess.
Oh,
Like, it is the most, like, corporate synthesis. Like, how many times can you say the name of the pay-per-view, Brie Bella? Like, oh, God. Just fucking Christ. So bad.
It's real embarrassing, man.
Let me tell you, though, why I like New Japan, okay? Because it's super fun to watch, dude, in terms of wrestling. If you like watching, like, wrestling, it's cool to watch. Like, WWE it fills a different role in my life. I watch WWE, you get the soap opera storylines, and the matches are pretty good, but I'm not expecting that 45-minute battle between these two guys, where the G1 is really crazy because it's a round-robin tournament, right? It takes place over a month. And they find a way to build storylines over the course of the month. The points, it's like, okay, well, if he draws in this match, he has these many points, blah, 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 blah. But then also building storylines within each match individually. And the storylines play out rather than through promos and through backstage segments. They play out through the match itself. So that's just like, it's just a different style of wrestling and expressing it. And so if you're into that, that's really cool.
Okay.
Also, lots of really cool moves are done. The moves that people do are just dope. I think, I think it's, yeah. I really like Okada, like Tanahashi, who won the G1, in a huge surprise. Tanahashi he's like their Shawn Michaels, you know what I mean? He's just super charismatic. Like, he's older now. His main move is a frog splash. Like, it's called the high fly flow. Like, that's his finisher. But, like, he doesn't do a lot of flashy moves. He does more old school, just classic wrestling, and the crowd loves him. I mean, he's the ace of New Japan. That's what everyone calls him, And it's kind of cool seeing, like, guys like Kenny Omega who have this new style, and he's kind of criticized them in the past, saying, like, well, you guys kind of have this new style, and I respect you guys as people, but I can't, like, respect your style of wrestling because it's too dangerous, it's too against what I believe, what I want to do. And he was saying that earlier this year about Kenny Omega after he won the title, and people didn't realize, like, that they were kind of setting up for him to win the G1. The winner of the G1 Climax gets a contract to face the title holder, IWGP title holder.
Yeah.
They were they were, like, slowly building it, and then, Kenny Omega had to fight his, his friend, his lover, whatever you want to call it, Kota Ibushi. They had a crazy match, really good match. And then, the next night, Ibushi won the match, and so Ibushi had to go up against Tanahashi. And I thought Ibushi would definitely beat Tanahashi, because he's much more unpredictable. He's just like I don't know if you guys have ever really watched Ibushi wrestle before. Well, he was in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yep.
I mean, he's a beast, right? I mean, he's a monster. And going up against Tanahashi, I really thought, like, Tanahashi was going to lose just because of the speed. It's just like the age difference, but it was a barn burner, and those two put on a classic.
Some questions on G1, or some thoughts. One of the things I saw come out of G1 was, like, all of these Homer Simpson gifs of, like, oh, I ate too much. Just like the idea that, like, the amount of wrestling there is to consume with the G1 Climax is just, like, exhausting. There's hours and hours and hours and hours. My regular weekly diet consumes of yelling at Raw, being like, fuck this. Why is Raw?
Raw is why.
Oh, God. True. Tolerating SmackDown sometimes. Wondering why they're not pushing all of the guys on 205 Live to the moon. Mm-hmm. With the possible exception of TJP, because fuck that guy. Loving NXT. Yeah, wondering why nobody else is watching Impact right now, because Impact is really good. Watching Ring of Honor and going, why am I doing this to myself? So, like, I already have, like, a pretty heavy, like, weekly volume.
Yeah.
And, like, I realize that, like, what I probably need to do is go, like, okay, Brian, do I really need to watch, like, Ring of Honor every week? Can I just, like, check to find out if there's something worth seeing on Raw? Because I also, like, watch... I mean, and there's stuff which happens with, like, less frequency than a week, like, Pro Wrestling Eve, because I really like women's wrestling, and they're doing some really cool stuff over there, and, like... There's, like, some really cool fighters over there, like Charlie Morgan, who I want to see some more stuff from, and MLW, because they're doing some hot stuff right now.
Interesting, okay.
Yeah. MLW kind of feels like what would happen if, like, WCW had never gone away and had not become a shit show.
Right. Yeah. Still kind of held on to that original, more old-school style.
Yep. And they're doing some, like, really, really wild stuff, like, right now. Like, their weekly television program, like, they're on BN Sports... And BN Sports is, like, owned by Al Jazeera, and they're putting their weekly program up on YouTube, and yeah, it's wild. So I don't even have to, like, jump through any weird hoops to see this. And then what they're doing right now, instead of pay-per-views, is they're doing, like, specials that just, like, live stream to YouTube with, like, high-quality production value.
Huh.
It's such a wild thing, and I'm like, they did, like, a Battle Royal special a couple weeks ago, and it was, like, exactly the kind of shit that you want from a Battle Royal, which is, like, some, like, really hot new guys that are interesting to watch fight, some guys who are kind of industry staples right now, and some like guys who you're like, oh, that fucking guy, you went and you dug that guy up. And so that way you can see stuff like Conan eliminate Sammy Callahan before like the fucking Blue Meanie shows up, and you're like, this is the weirdest shit.
That's a very random group of people. Conan the Blue Meanie.
Yeah, that battle royale ended up like getting won by Filthy Tom Lawler.
Oh wow.
Yup, it was weird. And like their first middleweight title fight was like MJF versus Joey Ryan.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Joey Ryan. I love Joey Ryan.
That guy's so good. So like I'm watching a lot, and I realize like New Japan Pro is a lot and is good. And like the main thing that keeps me away from New Japan right now is like the average New Japan dude and the volume of New Japan.
Yeah, I mean, I would just ignore the people. Like, it's just like video games, you know what I mean? Like, you kind of just are like, all right, you just tune it out. But, I mean, not tune it out, but you know what I mean.
It's
like,
about the game, yeah.
Yeah. With the volume, like, I don't watch Raw or SmackDown. I just watch the matches that seem interesting to me, and I watch the pay-per-views. That's about it at this point. Like, I have next to no interest in watching, like, 5 hours or 7 hours if you include 205 and NXT or whatever. More than that, whatever. 9 to 11 hours probably.
I guess it's like what, 3 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown, 1 for NXT, 1 for 205. So I guess
so like 9 hours, yeah.
That's 7.
Yeah, that's 7 hours. Like, that's a lot. I think when the G1 happens, that's when I'm watching the most volume of wrestling, but I don't even watch everything. Even though early card matches are not bad at all, they're actually really good because the wrestlers who are in the other block, they wrestled in tag matches to open in the undercard. And then the block matches happen, which are for points, like the singles matches. That's like the main card. So even the undercard is usually pretty interesting. They're kind of like testing out, you see these wrestlers kind of feeling each other out because okay, maybe they'll be facing each other tomorrow or next week or whatever. But I tend to just skip that, and I would also skip like matches between wrestlers that I have no interest in. Even though this year there were less of that. Last year I didn't really know some of the wrestlers, so I was just like, I don't even know who this guy is. Sometimes I'll watch it, but because there's so much to watch. And each match is a maximum of half an hour, but that's longer than your average WWE match, you know what I mean? That average WWE match on TV is like, what?
Generally somewhere between 5 and 10.
5 and 10 minutes, right? So these matches are between like 10 and 20 minutes, right? It gets to be a lot, so I just watch the matches that I'm interested in. And a lot of times, like, I'll watch matches of people that I've heard about, but I haven't really watched yet, like... I hadn't, seen this guy, so okay, I'll make sure to check out his matches. Or I heard the matches between these guys last night were good, because I always watch the next day. I'm not watching it live, because fuck that. Why am I going to watch it at 5 in the morning?
I don't get those people, man. They're like, oh, I've got my alarm set. It's going to be amazing. I'm getting up at 2 in the morning to watch New Japan Pro, and I'm like, I just can't. I can't.
It's just the love. It's just the love of the thing, man. My dad wakes up in the early morning to watch cricket sometimes. Well, he used to. Now he gets like the cricket channel that like replays. But like back in the day, like when they had to like basically pay-per-view the cricket, all the uncles would like wake up at like 4 in the morning and go to someone's house, and they would like buy the cricket, and they would like watch that shit.
Okay, I need to know if this is just me or what, but like I made some effort like within the last week, and to try and get some kind of the barest understanding of cricket, and it's because my wife watches a lot of like Indian movies. Oh,
no way, really?
Yeah, like she's just like way the fuck into that. And awesome. Like so much so I know that like there's like different tropes from different regions. She's like, yeah, the kind of stuff you'll see showing up in like a Hindi movie is different than the stuff you'll see showing up in a movie which is like in Tamil, and like
yeah, definitely.
And this one thing is that like there seems to be this like constant ever present theme, especially in movies which feature like characters who went off to England for education, which is a pretty common trope.
Yeah
is like there's inevitably like these like fucking subplots about like cricket games. Especially when it's like, okay, and now the romantic lead needs to join this cricket team to like, in order to prove that he's not a dickhead or something. And I'm just like, honey, do these cricket games go on for multiple days?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
And I'm like, holy fucking shit, like that is some discipline.
Yeah, it's called a test match. It's 4 days, I think.
Oh my god!
I'm named after my dad's favorite cricket player. Okay.
Word?
Wow.
Yes, seriously.
Wow.
What was his name?
Sachin Tendulkar.
Sachin Tendulkar.
My brother is also named after a cricket player from West Indies, though, not an Indian guy.
Ironically, I'm not actually named after the boxer. It's just a family name.
Okay.
Damn.
Cricket is wild, dude. I mean, it's too much. It's not worth it to try to understand it. Just watch the quick look that Danny O'Dwyer and did with Jeff Gerstmann and those guys. That's all you need for cricket, because otherwise, dude, it's too much. Or watch the movie Lagan if your wife has seen that. That movie is all about cricket.
Yep. No, I'm pretty sure she has. Like, man, I sat down with the rules and I'm like, yep, this is some like Byzantine, fucking Lovecraftian shit. Just like,
yeah, it's some British ass shit. Yeah,
the number of guys is variable, and they give like it's not even a consistent number of guys. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I just don't even know. This is terrifying. Yeah. Oh.
Now they have like shorter they have like day long matches now. They like call them like 20 over matches or whatever, which like just last for 1 day so people can watch them. Like they have like an Indian Premier League, which is like super popular. That's like people watch that all the time. Like that's where all the players from around the world, they come there to play. That's like club, versus like when they play internationally, which is like the main way cricket is played. Now they have all these club teams in India, but there was a whole thing with like one of them was like fixing matches or something. I don't know. It was a whole thing. It's crazy, man.
Okay.
India's a wild place.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to elevate the international profile of cricket even further by making the hottest new cricket player in the world, Tama Tonga.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Tama Tonga?
Tama Tonga looks exactly like my 10th grade global studies teacher. Mr. Quinones, and I literally can't get over it.
What if a guy wouldn't stop cosplaying Jason Momoa?
Like, people have asked him to stop, and he's just like, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
No, I want to keep doing this.
And he like hits him with a chair and is like, I will not stop. With the vest, he kind of looks like try-hard Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But he's also like this notable, super amazing jerk.
Okay.
He told a vet online, you didn't die in battle, so please kill yourself.
Yeah, they had to reaffirm their like social media policy at New Japan. Basically, they were like, yeah, Tama Tonga needs to basically take a step back from the internet for a minute. He was like, I was hacked. Yeah, I was hacked.
Oh man, but like, okay, sorry, it took me a second because when you said vet, I sincerely thought you meant a veterinarian, a person that is a doctor for animals. And I'm like, why would a vet be at risk of dying in battle?
The horse wars, Rocky.
Horses kick, man. Get that shotgun up quick.
Oh, God.
Man. That guy.
Oh, goodness. All right.
So, yeah, I guess there is a bunch of wrestling this weekend for America's biggest promotion, the WWE.
Wait, yes. W's now?
There's 50 W's. Yeah.
At least 50. There are no F's, though.
Okay, sure.
So, how much do you care about, Jeremy Piven's Memorial Summerfest, and how much do you care about the Brooklyn Takeover?
I'm pretty excited about both, I think, Takeover, I'm less excited about Takeover because it's just going to be Gargano versus Ciampa again. And even though it's going to be a good match, I'm sure I was excited to see Aleister Black in that match because I just wanted something a little bit different. But,
How are you? Like, I had that same problem there. Like, and obviously they had a good idea, in the triple threat, but like, hey, shit happens, guys get injured. I kind of was hoping that they were just going to add another guy to the match.
That's what I was thinking. They should have, because it's too to have these guys go again. Like, it's becoming a little bit stale. You know what I mean? Like, it's losing a little bit of its luster to have them keep just going again and again and again in such a short amount of time. You know what I mean?
Right, because it's obvious that the obvious conclusion to this is that Gargano takes the belt off Ciampa. Like, that is the ending of this story.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, you're obviously not going to do it now. Although I kind of wish they would do it, and just so that way we could be at the end of it. And then, like,
right.
And then move Ciampa up, because, like, holy shit, there are, like, not many good heels on Raw at all.
Yeah, there's nothing really.
And Ciampa has, like, the most amazing heat. Like, that guy is fucking amazing. But I'm like, would it have been too much to put Keith Lee in that match? Like, come on.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I mean, put somebody in the match, dude. I don't know. It's what are your thoughts on SummerSlam though? What are you thinking about the card for that? Let me look at the
card. I guess before we get to like SummerSlam, for like the takeover, like I'm real up on like Kairi Sane Baszler. Yeah, like I'm ready to see my pirate princess get crowned. Find her treasure. And I kind of feel like Dream needs to beat EC3 in order to like keep any kind of momentum. Like EC3 is like super over right now. And like I think Dream needs the win.
I love me some Dream. He better win.
Yeah. Like I don't think that Mustache Mountain is gonna beat Undisputed Era, but that's gonna be a fucking great match. Like those guys put on some barn burners.
I love Undisputed Era.
But I am so like this Adam Cole Ricochet match.
Yeah, that's gonna be a.
Oh man, just put that shit straight into my veins.
Man. Yeah, that looks like it'll be.
How do you think that's gonna go?
I'm excited for that. I love Ricochet, especially when he was Prince Puma. That was my shit.
Yep.
It was really cool. And Adam Cole, I mean, that fat dude, he's real. I don't know if you watch you don't watch Being the Elite, do you? Right? You don't watch New Japan.
Being the Elite is kind of a weird YouTube thing. So like sometimes I'll get in there because like shit just shows up in it where it's like, okay, all right. So like I don't necessarily have the reference for him. So like
there was some joke about him being fat. I'm relatively new to Being the Elite. That was before my before I was watching it, but that's just like it. Yeah.
So I guess as for Summerfest, and all right, let me make an expert here again. Like I keep on calling it Summerfest because of a thing that Jeremy Piven did once on Raw that was terrible, or great depending on your perspective.
Yeah.
But like once again, the cruiserweights get relegated to the kickoff show. That sucks. That's like one of my most anticipated matches, the Gulak-Alexander match.
And Alexander, yeah. I don't really watch 205 Live, so...
A lot of good stuff going on there. Drew Gulak is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I watched a bunch of those Buddy Murphy matches. Like, I've watched some of, like, the big matches, like, but, yeah. I'm excited for this Rusev versus, Almas.
The intergender match?
Yeah.
I would be more excited about it if Lana and Zelina Vega were not terrible wrestlers.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah, like I tried watching their matches and I was like, holy shit, this is fucking bad. It's like you have to work incredibly hard to make Carmella look like a good wrestler. Like, congratulations, you have succeeded. That takes fucking work. Revival B team. Like I think the Revival are going to lose that, even though that will be really bad for the Revival because
yeah, I mean they're not going to win the titles.
Yeah, but I don't see any way for them to get unburied. Like they're so buried right now. But like this B team thing is like super over, and like I just don't see them getting rid of that.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see the New Day take the fucking belt off that like weird early 90s fucking cartoon bullshit Bludgeon Brothers. Like I just like they're walking around carrying foam mallets for Christ's sake. Like
The mallets, man. I
It
don't know.
just like they have the most generic intro music too. Like they're just like, what the fuck is this? This is like straight out of like 1991. Like, I'm like, I'm ready to see somebody just like pop up in the corner of the screen and tell me to eat my vegetables or something. Like it is just like
I liked it at first. I was like, this is funny. This is like stupid. Like, and I was like, I don't know. You know,
like no, this is real stupid.
This is a little too stupid.
And as much as I want to, I just can't bring myself to care about Daniel Bryan versus The Miz.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Bryan right now is just kind of another guy, I guess, you know, so it sucks to say that, but he's just become like another person on the roster, you know?
Yeah, like, and I get it. Like, I know he's had this like contract stuff going on, and he's going to be going part-time, and I just, you know, like, I don't see it being a good match. You know, it's weird because it's like it should be like a match with like 8 years of heat behind it, but I'm just like man, I just like there are not many matches out there which have 8 years of heat that I just could find myself
care about.
Yeah, exactly. Nakamura Hardy is going to be like taking it easy, kind of coasting Nakamura versus like too old and trying to just protect his body Hardy.
You think so? I want to see them go all out. They probably won't, but they're two of my favorites. So I love Jeff Hardy, especially growing up. I was a massive Jeff Hardy fan.
Okay.
And when he was out of the WWE, I remember I used to always make his character in SmackDown versus Raw, like while he was in TNA. Like 2007, right? It was 2008, 9 era. I don't remember when it was, but he was out. I used to always make his character and play him because I just wanted to be Jeff Hardy. You know, I just thought he was cool. But now he's definitely not the same old Jeff Hardy. But he's.
I mean, you don't think that he hasn't been? I mean, I'm not saying, and I should point out here that Jeff Hardy's a fucking legend. The guy's incredible. Right. But like he never learned how to wrestle correctly, and so he did a whole bunch of shit that like really hurt his body a lot.
Yeah.
And
I heard his swanton bombs like have really he hurts his back when he does them, and so now he was saying it on Jericho's podcast that now when he does a swanton bomb, he doesn't even protect the other wrestler. He just lets all his weight fall onto the guy because it's too much for him to like let some of the weight fall on his own back or whatever.
Yep. Yeah. And that's why he's only doing it now on television. He doesn't even do the swanton on in-house shows.
Oh, that's disappointing, man. That sucks.
And it's like when I think about like good Nakamura matches in the WWE, like there's Nakamura versus Bobby Roode 1 and 2. And then there's like
Sami Zayn.
Oh my god, that Nakamura Sami Zayn match is fucking incredible. Like it's an all-time classic. But like,
but having gone back and watched Nakamura in New Japan, especially even like his match with AJ Styles, like he was just a different guy there. Like you can tell in the WWE, like he wants to take it a little bit easier. He's not like taking it easy 100%. He's not like going 50% or even like 75%, but he's definitely not going 100 or 100. Like he was a guy that went 110%. You know what I mean? Like you can see it in his entrance how much he puts into like all that like flailing about and all that when he's like especially in NXT I felt it way more. You know what I mean? He felt so into it. Now it's I don't know. It's not the same.
No, and so as much as I would. Like, I feel like there's, like, a less than 5% chance of that match being an all-time classic. I'd love to be bowled over by it, but, like...
Well, maybe not an all-time, but maybe just a nice, good, fun match.
I would like to see a 4-star match. I don't think we'll see it.
Yeah, okay.
See here, what the
Finn
hell?
Balor and Baron Corbin.
Yeah,
I don't really... I'm just not even... Let's not... I mean, who cares about Baron Corbin, right?
The guy looks like the fucking manager of a TGI Fridays.
I fucking hate Baron Corbin. He was like, he looks better without the hair because he looked so stupid with his long, crappy hair and his bald ass head. It didn't work. I'm sorry for all bald people out there. It just didn't work with his long hair, and it was just shaving his head worked, but he just looks stupid. He still looks stupid.
But he has to pair it with that outfit that just literally makes him look like the manager of a shitty restaurant.
Looks like a hostess, a host or whatever.
Host. He's got the fucking he's got that vest on and just oh, I'm sorry, we'll have a table ready in 10 minutes, Finn Balor.
No, I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, it'll be 15 more minutes.
And seeing these crappy Finn Balor Baron Corbin matches make me sad because I'm like, why is our sweet boy not the Universal Champion? Like, why is Finn Balor not the top of the card? So that sucks. Then we have to watch Seth Rollins versus Ziggles again. And I could really care less about Dean Ambrose coming back. Sure, he looks all jacked now. Sure, he cut his hair.
Yeah, he did cut his hair. Yeah, I don't like Dean Ambrose. I think it's stupid that he wears jeans in the ring.
There's very few people.
It bothers me.
There's very few people who can make wearing jeans in the ring work. Most of their names are Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yes.
Usually most people who do that just look like a dumbass. And he is one of them that just looks like a dumbass. And it's like, I'm a lunatic. No one cares. No one cares.
Like, what are you wearing? A friggin' black wife beater and blue jeans? Like, what? You really couldn't wear, something that makes you look like a wrestler and not just some, dude they pulled off the street. Like, you don't look like a lunatic fringe. Like, it is, I don't know, a stupid move. His stupid, what is that move where he rebound lariat off the freaking ropes? It looks, he, so lazily, whenever he, lazily, goes through the ropes and, you know what I'm talking about? It's all right, man. You're not even...
He is the guy who will, in the 5 years, be the answer to a bar trivia question of who was the third member of the Shield. It just...
That's hilarious.
Whatever. And I feel like the Extreme Rule... they should have learned their lesson with the audience turning on them at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
But, That is the WWE way. If at first it doesn't succeed, book it 4 times. And then what else do we got?
Styles and Joe. We got Carmella.
You mean the hottest Styles and Joe, the hottest match of 2007?
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I hope it's good. That the last promo between was so stupid that I have this letter from your wife. What?
Yeah, what? So, okay, all right, Rocky. So here's the
justification for this match?
So, Samoa Joe has been AJ Styles doesn't care about his family. AJ Styles spends all his time on the road, so his children never see him, and they don't love him anymore. And his wife...
messed up.
Yeah, and it's just what are these promos? And then, the most recent one, he's I have a letter here from a member of the WWE Universe. And then, the big reveal at the end of the letter is,
Wendy Styles.
Wendy Styles. Signed, I want you to defeat my husband, Wendy Styles. I'm what the fuck is... Why? What is...
That's messed up. That's not okay. Y'all shouldn't be doing this.
I don't... I mean, I guess the thing is I don't think that they're going to take the belt off of AJ Styles for business reasons, because they want him to probably still have the belt when that video game comes out and is bad in November.
Yeah, yeah.
So that way they can sit
wearing the belt on it.
Yeah, and this is just some foregone conclusion shit. Why in the world do you have to feed Samoa Joe to him right now? Because you always are going to need a heel to be a transitional champ. And I can't think of a better heel on SmackDown right now than Samoa Joe. So why the fuck are you doing this fight now? Because it's obvious that you're not... Ugh.
I just want to see them put on a good match, and I just want to enjoy it. That's
Yeah.
At this point, that's all I can, when I think too much about, the WWE and like why they're doing anything, I just stop enjoying it. If I let myself just like go, and just be like, all right, like I just want these guys to put on a good match. Like, let me just enjoy this. And a lot of the times I end up not enjoying it still. A lot of times it's still crap. You know what I mean?
Well, sometimes James Ellsworth shows up. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, fuck. Or sometimes he's just suspended in a shark cage above the mat, and they didn't check him for a fucking lockpick. Are you kidding me? Oh my
God. So speaking of James Ellsworth, the triple threat match, Carmella, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair. How you feel about that?
I think I don't know. I don't even know, because I used to like Charlotte a lot, but I'm sort of not loving her as much as I used to. And Carmella is not a great wrestler, but she's a great heel. She's a great person that just generates heat because she just like sucks at wrestling, and like people don't like watching her wrestle. They just want to see her get beat. But
see, I got the impression that people just don't give a shit. Like, I always love watching people get up in droves to go get a beer wherever.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like
everyone's going to take a piss. Yeah,
like that is the Carmella show, and like that's why they brought in Ellsworth, was because she just can't get heat on her own, because she cuts the same promo over. And I'm like,
yeah, she's just like, I'm hot, you're not.
You know, like, hey everyone, guess what? I am money. Mella is money, and just like no one gives a shit. Just, and any heat that you have is actually not heat which is yours. It's heat that the writers have, because like they fed Asuka to you twice, and so
right,
you know, people like me out there with our little picket signs, like, how dare you feed Asuka to fucking Carmella? God. So, I mean, at least it's a triple threat match, which means that there's a chance that we'll get significantly less Mella. But I also feel like the odds are higher for a dumb finish. So that way, like, Carmella ends up retaining through some dumb thing. So that way she can then lose the belt at Heck in the Cell next month.
Heck in a sec.
Yeah, and just like, oh, no. I don't. I feel like the chances are great that this match leads to a Becky Lynch heel turn, which will upset me. Or that like Asuka.
No, I doubt it. Becky Lynch heel turn? No way.
All right, like, but if I had said to you 3 years ago, they are going to turn Sami Zayn heel and it is going to suck.
You're right.
Yep. So like I feel like that this match has a greater than small chance of either being the meat for a Becky Lynch heel turn, or that Carmella retains because Asuka runs out and like knocks out both Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and then throws Carmella on top of one of them and is like, you're mine because I'm a heel now, because Vince loves foreign heels.
I have an accent.
Yep.
That's scary to American people.
Yeah. It was just like, Vince's racist bullshit, which is actually the name of the hot new original on the WWE network, Vince's racist bullshit. Like, I can smell that from I can sense it. So like, I don't like going into this match thinking that like Carmella is going to retain, but that's perhaps it's good that my expectations are that low.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss. Obviously, this is the coronation of the new part-timer. It is the coronation of Lady Lesnar. Here's
you think she's going to win?
I do.
I hope so. I don't like Alexa Bliss.
Well, what if I told you that your choices in this match were A, somebody who says that Sandy Hook
yeah, I don't really like Ronda Rousey either.
Yes. Ronda Rousey is a person who says Sandy Hook was fake.
She's a Sandy Hook truther, yeah.
She's a Sandy Hook truther and transphobic. Or Alexa Bliss, who's like, net neutrality is bad. Those are your choices.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, congrats. Enjoy.
Can I have another choice, maybe?
We'd like to remind you that Ember Moon is still buried somewhere.
Choice machine broke.
And then I guess the last matches are the Big Dog and the Beast.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, what? It's like, I could not. I don't know. Is Roman Reigns gonna win? Hopefully. I just want the belt off Brock Lesnar. I don't even care anymore about that belt. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's so, like, useless in, like, the grand scheme of everything at this point.
This is another one where I think Brock's going to retain. I think
so. I think
the
they're
cycle
gonna, like,
continues.
do the same shit again they did at WrestleMania.
Yep. You know, it just... I know that there is an on-the-books meeting scheduled between Vince and Brock at, like, 10 a.m. Sunday. And I see something happening there where they're going to change the finish, like, that morning. And it's just absolute madness. Absolute madness. But, oh well. I guess the big takeaway here, dear listeners, is what we've been trying to teach you is that wrestling is bad and you shouldn't watch
Wrestling is bad. It's bad for you. It's bad for your health. Don't do it.
Shall we move on to something else which is bad, which is video game news?
Yeah, video game news is alright. Alright, so guys, China, a famously massive market for mobile and online games, has stopped approving games for release in the country. They've taken the typically complicated task of releasing a game in China from difficult to impossible in the process. Bloomberg reports that officials speaking anonymously to the publication that the freeze comes shortly after an internal restructuring effort that shuffled power between two departments that oversee the process. The National Radio and Television Administration, that has not granted licenses for about 4 months, and the Ministry of Culture and Tourism, that has made game registration procedures more stringent. Another source noted that concerns have been brewing among regulators about elements of violence and gambling in games. But the halt is officially confirmed thanks to Tencent's quarterly earnings report, with the company noting that the freeze has prevented some of its games, including PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, from being approved for monetization. Also this week, Tencent pulled Monster Hunter World from its PC distribution service due to a content issue, reported from the Ministry of Culture and Tourism.
Wow. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. So I think like the last game that was actually approved by China's government was like in March. And I feel like it might have been Monster Hunter World, but I can't remember. I'd have to double check.
This, depending on how long this goes on for, feels like a big deal.
Yeah, this seems pretty serious. I mean, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, like, how many major publishers have Chinese sales built into their projections for the year?
Actually, there's a handful that have already reported some stock drops, including, Capcom, but also Nexon and even Activision Blizzard.
Wow.
Yeah, like when the Monster Hunter World news popped,
yeah, Capcom probably, yeah.
They dropped like 6%, like immediately. And then once Tencent produced their earnings report, I think Activision Blizzard fell something like 11%, something like that.
And Tencent has money in a lot of these companies too, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. And like Tencent actually, one of the bigger things from the earnings report is that this is the first time they were reporting like non-growth in like the past like 10 years.
Oh, jeez.
Oh man, like, I mean, Call of Duty is big business in China.
Yeah.
I just don't even know how. I mean, obviously it's a thing that exists, but I don't know what lobbying looks like in China.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting thing to me, is that like Activision Blizzard has got like, I'm like, I don't, one thing that also isn't clear to me is like, yes, this says that no new games have been approved, but does this also extend to like add-ons and DLC for existing games? So like something like Hearthstone, would like Boomsday Project not have dropped there because of this?
Maybe, because, Monster Hunter World was already around,
Right.
Because it was on a PS4 and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, but they pulled Monster Hunter World off the distribution service despite, like, basically all the paperwork already being done. Like, it was done months ago. It was already approved, but they, like, retroactively pulled it back.
Huh.
Man. Something else I'm curious about is, I know that there has been a burgeoning market of Chinese game development, like smaller indie studios.
Yeah.
Finally getting some footing in China. And I am wondering what the laws are there for game development studios. Is there anything that requires them to release in China first? Is the legal ability to develop in China tied at all to publishing? Because there's like at least one game actively in development in China right now that I'm pretty dialed into and like can't wait for the release of, which is Lost Soul Aside. Is this going to lead to like the global market, like say, not having Lost Soul Aside for a while because it is being developed in mainland China?
I think it's a safe bet, honestly, because I mean, the whole process has just gotten tighter.
Yeah,
and even then, they're not approving new stuff that's coming in. So it looks like the whole thing's like grinding to a halt. So we might see a significant delay for Lost Soul Aside.
There's probably some serious questions they have about content, if that's really what it is, elements of violence and gambling. I think they're really going to try to crack down. I've heard a lot about China's censorship. They were having issues with flash games online that were making fun of their president and stuff like that.
We've already seen the extent that like Western companies will go to ensure that their products are positioned well in China. Like, it's why you hardly ever see skeletons in movies anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, depictions of skeletons are illegal in China.
What?
Yep.
Interesting. No, that's something I did not know.
Yep. And so that's why, like, if you're planning on the global marketplace being a big part of your release plan, you can't show a skeleton anymore.
Huh.
Yeah, so even though there were, like, ghost skeleton pirates in, like, Pirates of the Caribbean 5, they had to find a way of making them not skeletons. Yeah. The other thing I'm curious about in the context of this is, like, one China policy, because the Taiwanese video game sales and development scene has always been different than mainland China. So right. I'm wondering, is it possible that we get a video game exodus of developers to Taiwan?
Oh, that would be interesting. That would be cool.
I wonder if, like, Jinping would actually let them leave, though.
Yeah.
Also, one of the things I'm kind of concerned about, because Tencent, I mean, while we know them in the context of this show as a video game giant, their main thing was, like, social media. They run WeChat.
Oh, WeChat.
Yeah.
And, like, WeChat is, like, crazy huge. They have over 1 billion users. And one of the things that WeChat doesn't do is that they don't push ads. Like, they don't use it for that. Pretty much everything is kind of, like, integrated into WeChat in the sense that Facebook is doing now. But one of the things that some analysts have been, like, worried about is if Tencent is starting to lose money in the video game space because of, regulation, that they start more aggressively seeking profit in their social media space.
Oh.
The thing is that WeChat is so integrated to, like, Chinese life.
Yeah, it's a huge part of the culture there, right?
Yeah, if they did try to, start pushing ads, like, everywhere, there really wouldn't be anything that the country would be able to do about it. Unless, like, the Chinese government literally came after, like, Tencent specifically instead of just, like, changing things around them, which also could get messy. But that's a whole other thing.
Man. I'm curious to see what this will do to the global loot box Because we've already seen some kind of like the fuck you half solutions to loot boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, we talked about, what was it, last week or the week before, Rocky, where we were talking about like Valve's new fuck you loot box in, I believe it was...
It was like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, Denmark, where it's like, so now you just see what's inside the loot box before you buy it, but you can't see what's going to be in the loot box after it until you buy this one.
Right.
Which seemed to be like a fuck you solution, but not a solution. And I'm like, so is China ceasing the approval of games, period, the kind of thing that gets like video games to be like, we're sorry, loot boxes are out. Because that is such a huge market and such a big part of people's profit strategies. Like, that seems to be the kind of thing that gets companies like Activision to create a new global strategy. Like, you can say fuck you to Denmark, but you can't say fuck you to China.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's also another thing, because as far as I'm concerned, because I know like the PUBG monetization, like PUBG Mobile is actually really huge. They already have confirmed nearly 200 million downloads of the game on like mobile alone, but they can't monetize. And I don't think it's because they've been outright rejected. It's just that they haven't moved on it. Like, they've just been holding it. And whether or not they're waiting for another proposal, or it's simply that the whole ministry is actually just short-staffed because they're moving everyone around, is unclear. But the point is that nothing is moving.
That's a mess.
Yeah.
So, speaking of messes, so it looks like on Thursday, a federal judge went ahead and issued a preliminary injunction against David Zipperer for distributing cheating software for Grand Theft Auto 5. He can't sell or make any cheating programs for GTA 5 until this case goes to court. Zipperer counters that since the cheating software is a separate program, it does not count as copyright infringement. Cease and desist orders from Take-Two in June of 2017 were enough to get Zipperer to close down websites through which he was distributing his cheating software. Menu, get it? After which he said he would donate the money to charity. Mm-hmm. And in the original complaint, Take-Two said that it was forced to pursue further legal action after Zipperer broke off communication and allegedly began distributing a second program which did the exact same thing, called Absolute, which Take-Two says he was selling for between $20 to $40. And Take-Two says he caused irreparable damage to GTA 5.
Irreparable damage. Probably just by getting his software out to so many people.
Yeah. And like at that point, even if they did shut down this guy, even if they removed all of Menu or even Absolute, the concepts are still like alive, so someone could just like adapt the software. Maybe they're right. That'd be hard to prove, but like maybe they're right.
Like, I feel like you wouldn't just say some shit like that if you're a big company. You know what I mean? Like, the reason we're coming after this guy, like, he's not just a regular cheater. Like, his cheating software has done serious damage to what, now we have to do so much extra work towards what GTA Online, was planned to be versus what it is now because of this cheating software and how big it is,
I just have a hard time believing anything has caused irreparable damage to something when the most profitable product that Take-Two Interactive has ever released is GTA 5. It is a game which has consistently been in NPD's top 10. One of the most common things about why that game has consistently sold so well is that copies of GTA 5 now come bundled with what's called a shark card.
Right, yeah, the shark cards.
Yep. And the cost of a shark card is, I think, alone something like $80 to $100, depending on the current in-game market price. But a copy of GTA 5 is going to cost you somewhere, depending on the retailer, $40 to $60.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so what happens is people just buy the game multiple times to redeem shark cards.
What are shark cards?
You pay real money for the in-game currency.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And they have different levels. It's like a platinum shark card gives you $500,000. The black shark card gives you $1 million. You know what I mean? So it's
right.
It's more than that though. It's $20 million. It's a lot of money.
Right.
That might also explain why the price point on GTA 5 might be so stable.
Yeah, because they know that there are people out there who have bought the game at this point, I shit you not, like 8 to 10 times.
Intense. Wildin'.
It's weird because I had gotten a bunch of money from a hacker when I was first playing GTA Online on 360. Unintentionally. My friend and I were playing on a server at like 4 in the morning one night, and all of a sudden we load in and we have like $25 million in our bank. We're like, what? It's like, yeah. One day I logged back in to GTA Online. I had bought a house, I had bought a bunch of cars, and they had taken all my money back. So I just started having to sell off my assets to like pay for like, you know, like I was selling my cars to like pay for ammunition for my weapons and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
But it was just like an interesting little thing that happened with hackers, and they just dropped money. But I heard they were doing stuff like taking people's, taking money or just doing a lot of. I mean, it was getting annoying where people would hack and then they could just find you wherever and destroy you on the map with one shot of anything, or just blowing up your plane and you can't get it back, stuff like that, where it's just like the hackers can cause real damage to other people who can't get it back. They have to get it back by spending a shitload of hours in game to earn that money or spend money to like basically get the money to replace what they lost.
Right.
Like, usually if someone blows up your car has insurance, so you pay like a deductible in-game. It's ridiculous how this is, but you pay a deductible in-game and you get your car back. And if someone else blows up your car, they have to pay it. They have to pay the deductible. It gets automatically removed from their money. Yeah.
So,
but these hackers were doing it so that when they blow up your shit, you don't get it back. It's destroyed.
I mean, Brian, that might be irreparable damage. Well, I mean, at least to like how the system of like the game's economy might work. This is just the economy.
That's what I mean. Just like they might have done the hacking in general and the way it's become widespread just caused a bunch of damage to the economy. But I mean, in general, it's the economy of GTA 5 is based on people buying those shark cards. Like they want people to purchase those, and they do a lot to get people to purchase those.
The game has literally not exited the NPD top 10 since its release. Like it has been in the top 10 games sold every month since the game came out. And like I have it's kind of like when like Bethesda goes after some dude for selling a sealed game online, and they're like, hey man, like, all right, and the thing is like, I guess the difference here is that like, hey guy who's selling the hacks, like, I believe you shouldn't be selling the hacks. And as a guy who's into the archival side of cracking, because video game preservation is important, I think that this guy's kind of an asshole. The thing that I have a problem with is the concept of irreparable harm. Like, I feel like they should be able to put a dollar value on it and then talk about what the cost is going to be of recovery, or what the ongoing cost is of recovery. But like, I think that there is going to be a certain type of person, and we all know who this kind of person is. Like what kind of asshole is it? There's always going to be somebody out there who's willing to spend $40 on a cheat, but who would not spend the same $40 buying a shark card. Like, that person exists.
100%.
Yeah, and so like I don't think that all of the money spent on these cheats is necessarily one-to-one recoverable as money that would have been spent on the game. And I don't think that players who had their cheat money taken away are necessarily not rehabable unless what they're saying is like, oh well, because of our what our rules are for banning people, like we can't get them to spend more money because we ban them. Well, then that's on you. That's your policy. So it's kind of like one of those, like, part of the argument is the logic for the argument thing. Like, if you're banning the people who cheat so that way they can't spend more money, then the reason that you can't make more money is because of the rule that you've made.
I don't know. I think it's more about like the way that these cheats exist in the game. Like, they've been introduced. And yeah, the guy that is willing to pay for cheats and not in-game currency will always exist. But the thing is, the people that enable that to become reality will never disappear now. The wall has been breached, and even if they patch around it, it's never going to seal again.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
I think that's what they're referring to by irreparable damage. That it doesn't matter if there's people who are willing to cheat, or even the people that can cheat. The fact is that these cheats exist, and there's going to be some form of them as a part of GTA 5 that can do this kind of damage forever.
And they'll always be fighting it, and they'll always be doing something to take care of it, you know what I mean? And that's what they mean, I think, yeah. You're definitely right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm not saying that, like, GTA is going to lose their player base over it.
Right.
Or that they're going to lose a bunch of money, and they've probably lost some money over it. I'm saying that this is a problem that will never go away, and that's what they mean by irreparable damage.
Okay. All right. I think I'm into that. Rocky, do you have any news which is less dumb?
I'm not entirely sure.
It does not look like it.
No, there's a game developer, Patricia Pizer, was arrested in Rock Hill, South Carolina on Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday.
On charges that she assaulted a police officer while filming the officers with her phone. According to the Herald, the Rock Hill Police Department's report states that Pizer assaulted an officer. Pizer's husband, who says he has seen a surveillance video of the arrest, has come forward with a very different recounting of the events. Pizer, 53, is a career game developer who started as a tester at the groundbreaking adventure game publisher Infocom in the 1980s. Since then, she's worked at THQ, Ubisoft, and Disney, where she designed the online service D-Gamer. She currently runs a consulting firm called Where's the Fun Games. The Herald reported that Pizer was at a convenience store when the incident occurred. She used her cell phone to film police officers who were arresting another person. Both accounts of the story agree that the officers then told Pizer to back away, but that's where they start to diverge. According to the police report, Pizer threw a cold beverage in the officer's face, took her right hand in a closed fist, and maliciously struck the officer, reported the Herald. Further, the report said that the officer, quote, struck Pizer's right forearm and foot swept her to the ground during the altercation. She, quote, struck her front teeth on the pavement and screamed in pain, read the report. In a public Facebook post using Patricia's account, Pizer's husband told a different story. He said he was not at the store, but had gone to the store later and viewed the surveillance video. He states that the officer told her to walk away or be arrested. She walks away and starts filming with her phone in selfie mode. And the cop runs up behind her and hits her like a football player. She leaves her feet and goes face first into the glass door of the gas station. And then the cop punches her in the head, picks her up, and slams her. The statement from Rock Hill PD stated that Pizer's only injuries included abrasions and a possible chipped tooth sustained during the resistance of arrest. However, according to the post on Pizer's Facebook page, the game developer left the altercation with, quote, broken teeth, saying 5 that we know of, a dislocated shoulder, several lacerations, bruised hip, fracture of the skull, and a concussion. So, I'm sorry, Brian, this is actually just piling on to the mess. Yeah. So the differing accounts isn't great. I went over the police statement that Rock Hill PD put out as well, and it turns out that one of the things that they mentioned is that the surveillance video that Pizer's house reports on says that it can't actually be released, say, to the public without corporate permission. So the short version is that we have the police report, which has Rock Hill PD's account. Notably, in the statement that Rock Hill PD gave, they left out, or rather didn't mention, that Miss Pizer threw a cold drink at the officer, and it's completely not mentioned in the surveillance video account from Pizer's husband. So the short version is that this is going to take more time, and it's difficult to say who's actually telling the truth. From what I can tell, it looks like that Rock Hill PD severely understates the extent of Pizer's injuries. In the a public Facebook video on Miss Pizer's page, she also states that she has burns on her hand from her broken Apple Watch that was pressed against her skin when she was handcuffed.
Oh, shit.
And she also stated that her phone was actually taken by the officer and thrown across the store, breaking in the process. And she corroborates that on her video as well. But the thing is that in the Facebook post on Pizer's Facebook page, the extent of her injuries are much larger than what's stated by the police report. But they also state that they haven't actually seen a doctor or gone to a hospital yet. There was a GoFundMe that was actually supported by a couple people in the industry, friends of Pizer's, and they raised enough money within a day, within their goals, like $10,000. So, you know, GoFundMe might be the largest healthcare provider in the country.
Seriously, yeah.
But both of these sources, Pizer's husband or Pizer herself and Rock Hill PD, definitely have like a reason to have bias to overstate or understate the situation. And we're probably not going to know the answer to this soon. But, you know, this is just another situation.
Just a wild story, yeah.
Well, we can't necessarily separate truth from fiction, but also how there may be some seriously concerning actions by law enforcement in this country.
Rocky, I hate this story.
You know what? I hate it too, man.
Yeah, it's fucking garbage, dude.
It's
terrible. What?
Because I'm pretty sure there's nothing here that's good.
No, not a single thing, I don't think.
Okay, alright, so when I say to y'all the kind of lady who is a white lady who wants to speak to the manager, do you know the vibe I'm talking about? Like,
yeah, I can see the haircut.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see the haircut. You can see how she wants to speak to the manager.
Uh-huh.
And says things like, I was here last week. You know, that vibe.
Yeah.
So
I don't think Pizer's that lady.
I don't know, man. Like, all right, so I kind of went a different route here when I read the story originally, which was I went to Pizer's LinkedIn.
Okay.
Because I've spent a lot of time in the last 2 months on LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
And LinkedIn is a valuable tool for, like, building a narrative.
Okay.
And getting an understanding of somebody. And, like, looking at her LinkedIn, it's apparent to me that she has had trouble holding a job for more than 10 months since it looks like 2003.
Okay.
And that's rough shakes. Something you don't start to, like, average out, 6 to 10 months is like how long your employment lasts.
Not for 15 years, yeah.
I know that game development is a shitty dog eat dog. Hey guys, we've shipped the project. Now 80% of you are fired. Kind of like shitty world, but like that generally leads to, like, even in a lot of cases, like, say 2 to 3 year employment cycles. You worked here for 3 years and now you're fired. You worked here for 2 years and now you're fired. But like 6 to 10 months seems kind of odd. And there also is, like, a pretty strong, like, downward mobility trend in the work. And I just... The thing is that, like, I read the story and, like, there are things I am undoubtedly certain of. Like, I am undoubtedly certain that, like, the cops were real shitty and, like, needlessly violent to this woman. I'm also certain that, like, what she probably did was, like, insert herself into this arrest and this situation in a way that was probably self-righteous and possibly dangerous.
Okay.
I don't think
that she was just, like, minding her business.
Or even just filming it. Like, I think that it is possible that both things can be true. The cops can be shitty and violent and, like, ultimately be to blame because, like, they're the ones that did the shitty violence. But I also think that there's very little, like, information about this woman professionally out there. Like, I can't find any panels from her that she sat on at GDC. It kind of feels like this is somebody who's faded out of game development.
Spotlight?
Yeah, or not just the spotlight, but just like the industry in general. Like, do I sound like an asshole if I say it seems like something ain't right with this lady?
You can say that.
I mean, you can say it. Yeah, I mean.
Well, I guess what. Yeah, you see that very cleverly doesn't answer my question, because I said, do I sound like an asshole if I say that?
I'll say it doesn't rate a Jesus Christ dude on my scale.
Okay, so it's not rating a Jesus Christ dude, but is it rating like, I don't know, man?
It's definitely an I don't know, man. But like, there's a lot of things we don't know about this story. Like,
yeah,
it's a question worth asking.
I'm wondering how in their face and how was she causing danger to people in that store, I guess is what I'm curious about. Like, was she inserting herself into the arrest? Like, that's kind of like...
The thing is, in the police statement, both the public statement and the police report, they state that she did insert herself into the arrest. In the Facebook post, they don't really mention it at all. Pizer states that she's definitely like trying to intervene. He doesn't actually mention if she intervenes physically, but she's definitely like trying to insert herself into the arrest. Like, it gets to the point where I think in her actual Facebook video, she says that she's trying to tell the officers that they're arresting the wrong person in this like potential domestic violence dispute. And I'm not sure if she physically inserts herself, but it seems like that she is told to like basically disengage from the situation, and it's unclear if she does. From the police account, it seems like that she re-engages physically, like whether it's like striking an officer or like throwing
the cup, yeah, or whatever, yeah.
And in the Pizer account, she is walking away and like filming over her shoulder, like in selfie mode, and that is actually like, you know, more egregious that an officer would physically involve himself at that point. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so she may have been, I don't know, uppity in that situation. But I think the important thing, the point that's going to be the point of contention is that did she actually disengage? And if so, why did law enforcement re-engage, especially in a violent manner?
Right.
Because they're cops.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know, but
yeah, it's a really weird situation.
I am concerned that because I do know that while I know of things that Pizer has done, I know that most of them haven't been like especially hot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's possible that like I don't know, she may have wanted to like feel like a hero in this situation, and that didn't work out. But I'm not sure how far that influences what actually happened. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, one thing I want to make sure I articulate, because I always worry that I say something and don't, I guess, express it effectively enough, is that I in no way want to let any fucking dirtbag piece of shit cop off the hook.
Right.
You know, like that is not what I want to convey here. I guess more what I want to have an understanding of is like, in what way did this person insert themselves into this situation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I understand what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, because I think that there is, like, obviously, like, we unfortunately live in a country where there is a high possibility of police violence, and there is a high possibility of, you know, situations, you know, where, you know, arrests are being made which escalate into something far, far worse. And there is a way to, I think, as a citizen, responsibly insert yourself as a witness, so that way, a larger audience can affect change. And that's one thing. And then there's spiritually asking to speak to the manager.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. Also, I really wish those first two sentences weren't true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a shitty thing. And so I guess our only takeaway here can be like, gentle listener. if you are one of our existing listener base in Oklahoma, or part of our hot new growing listener base in Nevada, please,
okay, cool.
Please, don't ask to speak to the manager. Okay? Just get out your phone, be a witness, and don't ask to speak to the manager. There you go. Rocky, you want to co-sign that? You comfortable co-signing that?
I'm unsure, man. I mean, sometimes you need to speak to the manager.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to do it. I don't think that there are some people that do it a lot more than they should, and they know who they are, you know? Like, but maybe some people should speak to the manager, you know? Like, that's a longer conversation. Well, actually, this story is a longer conversation. I'm going to try to keep an eye on this.
Yeah. I think this is one you got to come back to for real.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there's more on the Pizer story. You know, we're probably not going to do this. Isn't going to be an every week thing, but like we're going to try to give a big update whenever like something really happens.
We'll revisit it. So from big business to really depressing to now just dumb, we have a Steam mystery.
Another one? Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
So it looks like Steam's doing a thing.
Okay. Are they curating their game store?
No. Rocky, what the fuck? Get out of here with that, Rocky. Like,
are they making a space for new creators to showcase their work or develop their talents?
Is that talent Apple Snake?
God, no.
Is that talent making H games?
No, man, we've talked about some H games. Dude, you're going to talk about H games with us. It's probably going to happen. 1 out of 8. I swear to God.
Spoilers, there is an H game today. So, Pavel Zhundik, the creator of SteamDB, and that stands for Database You Monsters, tweeted out the Steam TV URL, and this was Friday, confirming, yes, it's real. Much like anime. Though he might have only been referring to the URL and not the service. When the URL was discovered, it was initially discovered that it read, "Welcome to Steam TV," although Steam has since taken down the URL. PC Games Inn discovered through who.is that Steam TV's SSL certificate leads back to Steam community. A little odd, considering the Valve Steam store is usually the site Steam related web pages link back to. Other details about the page are protected, but the domain is registered through Namecheap, the same service that Valve uses to register the website for its upcoming card game Artifact.
Boo.
I'm sorry, was that a boo or a woo?
No, it's boo for Artifact. Artifact's whack.
Wait, why are we booing Artifact?
Wait, what's wrong with Artifact?
Yeah, what's wrong with Artifact?
It's not good, man, and it's whack. They're just showing up. They just want to make another card game.
I'm going to need to see the receipts for that. Like,
Listen.
It's on the show.
Dota is good, okay?
No, I'm not going to go that far.
I will go that far. I love Dota.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That escalated quickly.
No, it's okay. We're cool.
All right.
I don't actually love Dota, but I played Dota a lot for a while.
No, I feel that. I like some of League. I can't say League is a good thing.
Nobody actually loves Dota. Dota is like wrestling. Nobody actually...
Yeah. Nobody actually loves it.
All right.
You just,
So, based on the name and how the page links to the Steam community, there's a good chance that Steam TV could be the name of a Twitch-like streaming service. But to be perfectly clear, the name could refer to any number of services. So, gentlemen, here's the game. What is Steam.tv and how poorly will it be curated?
It's going to be like Instagram Live, but without the cute girls.
Steam.tv is going to be a Steam community thing. It's not going to be a Netflix type service.
It's going to be like a
stream for all screenshots and like videos and stuff that shows up.
I think it's probably going to end up being like Twitch, but with more blowjobs.
I think it's going to be more like hit record, but without Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I think a just wildly uncurated, shitty Wild West streaming service where people can be like, "Hey man, It's just me here in my underwear playing Doki Doki Literature Club.
Like the early days, like Justin TV, Ustream.
Mm-hmm.
Get some illegal Ustream.
Yo, but wait, no. I think I know what Valve's gonna do. Valve is gonna it's gonna be a Twitch-based streaming service, but they're not gonna ban titty streamers. They're just gonna take over. It's gonna be the whole shit.
I mean, that's exactly what I'm thinking here. Is like, what I'm hoping for is like the wildness of like early Sony Playroom.
Oh god.
Oh my.
I'm gonna need some like Uno level streaming.
I was gonna say some Uno.
Yeah, I'm gonna need. I want to see. I just want to like be like, hey, I'd like to play an Uno. Oh, that man is masturbating his wiener. Just they're like, oh, that guy's doing
chat roulette.
Yep. Just like, oh, look,
chat
that guy,
roulette.
He's doing all that cocaine.
Steam.tv is gonna be chat roulette Twitch. That's what it is. It's gonna randomly take a chat roulette video and take a Twitch stream and pair them together. So you just get a video of masturbation in the left corner while you get to see some nice GTA 5 or League of Legends or whatever in the main screen there. I think everyone will enjoy that.
Wait, what if it's like VR Omegle?
Oh god.
Where like you're not only just watching someone masturbating, you're in the room with them masturbating with like 360-degree view.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, guys. That wasn't necessary. I didn't need to do that.
There's going to be so many H games on this service. Like, it's just...
so many!
It just...
Oh, my.
All right, and I'm pretty sure that the number of ASMR streamers is going to be out of control.
Oh, my God.
Like, just, get ready. ASMR is coming. Like, it's... Hey, everyone. Are you ready to play a little Fortnite?
Oh, no.
No.
I got no pants on.
Oh, God.
Yep.
That hurt.
That's where we're heading. That's the future, everybody.
Brian is assaulting me with his words. I don't appreciate it.
What, you don't want to watch somebody wear no pants play Yandere Simulator? Like, are you not into that?
Dude, like, Yandere Simulator, like, actually fucked me up. Like, I wasn't prepared. And it's not even like Doki Doki, where, like, honestly, there isn't a way to really be prepared. Like, I feel like if someone had told me about
Doki
Yandere...
was amazing.
Dude, it was one of the games of the year, and it was free.
Yes. I know. That was high on your guys' list, right? That was like, what?
Yeah, number 2. Yep.
2, right?
Yep. Yeah. I feel like the only way to truly be ready for Yandere Simulator is to play a lot of Hitman, because then when you're like, you're like, okay, like, I'm hiding this body in this closet. This makes sense, like.
It would have been like, I hope it is. I'm pretty sure it's not. But they should be on each other's like recommended lists. So like you're on Steam and it's like, oh, we heard you like Hitman. You should try Yandere Simulator. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah, because they really do go together like fucking peanut butter and chocolate. Like if you like one, you're going to be pretty cool with the other. Do either of you guys keep up with Yandere Simulator at all?
No, not anymore.
Well, didn't the dev have some weird like thing where he was like some weird shit?
That's fair. That guy is
What's going on?
That guy's a weird secret dude. But the most recent build, he's added a new mechanic, photography club, because he's rolling out clubs to the game, so that way you can fucking join clubs.
Okay.
And the first club, which is fully implemented, is photography club. Mm-hmm. And there's like all of these different ways that like photography club like impacts the map and impacts other gameplay mechanics, and like the photography club itself has a general mood, and like individual members of photography club have individual moods, and like you can get caught by photography club. And I'm like, this game is fucking bonkers. Too bad it will never be finished, because the guy just keeps on adding shit. He's just like, all right.
So, like, what you're telling me is that Yandere Simulator is actually a single-player, continuous...
I think it's the dwarf fortress of Hitman games.
Oh, God.
Oh, but now you're making me want to play it. I love Hitman.
Yeah.
It's intense. Brad,
I've been...
Steam, man.
Man, all right.
Yeah, let's hear it. What came out on Steam?
Well, first off, there were 97 games that came out on Steam yesterday.
Sounds about right.
Beautiful.
Yeah. And today, we're relatively low. We're just up to 7 so far today.
Okay.
Yep. So far, we've got Splash, Blast, Panic.
Okay. I'm already tired.
With a title like that, it's surprising that it's not an H game.
Yeah.
It appears to be a shitty platform fighter.
Okay.
Yeah, so if you're looking for dime store Smash Brothers, Splash Blast Panic has you covered.
But I already got Smash Frogs.
Next up is Journalism Class,
Okay.
which is 99 cents.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like these user tags. Adventure, indie, casual, nudity, sexual content. Like, that really escalated quickly.
Yeah, I promised you that there was an H game today. Yeah, and Journalism Class is here to deliver. Ashley returned to university after her expulsion. She lived in a hostel with a roommate. In the classroom, she finds a new girlfriend with whom she thinks a long time about creating relationships. Is it necessary for her? Dive into the world of the main character and learn all her secrets. Yeah, so this game looks kind of super horny. So, and it has Chinese language support, so there's that. They also appear to have released a whole mess of these before, so that this is an ongoing issue. Then we've got Holiday Escape.
Okay.
Holiday Escape is a cat.
The fuck?
Welcome to this, Sach.
Dude, this is literally Unity assets, like prefab assets.
We get those a lot.
Yeah, I mean, there's no textures on any of these.
Nope, not at all.
Holy shit. This looks like something I made the other day. Why don't I just start putting out my prototypes on freaking Steam? What is this shit, dude?
No, don't do it.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just saying, what is this shit, man?
So our new favorite hot trend on Steam, something we started noticing within the last month, is games which have suspiciously high graphics card requirements. Because it's clear that what they're doing is just stealing processing cycles for fucking mining cryptocurrency.
Oh, mining cryptocurrency.
And
oh my god.
So at least this one isn't that, but there was one I think last week that was
two last week.
Yeah, it was just a puzzle tile game, and it wanted something a fucking 1080. It just oh my god. Let's see here. What else we got? Just Dash. Can you pass all the chapters? Just Dash.
Oh, man.
This looks like a first-person running game. I've seen what appear to be about 900 million of these in VR.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing whatsoever that distinguishes this game from any of the other ones of these. Low poly look. Hashtag trash. $2.69.
Dang, they want $3?
They do.
Alright.
Then we have Druid.
Okay.
Druid. Oh, they've released a demo for Druid today. This game is not new today. Boo, Druid, you're off the case. Then we have Age of Forays. Feel yourself in the role of a warrior. Do raids. Improve your ship. Improve your hero. Control your combat unit. Yo, I'm going to fucking control my combat unit.
I like the look of this.
What's the price point? What are we looking at?
It says $2.99 here.
Oh, okay. I need to refresh. Okay.
Okay. So, we just watched a game go live on Steam?
That is part of our process here, Rocky.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know.
Oh, no. And then last, Unexpected Circumstances. Oh, yeah.
Wait, is the game called Unexpected Circumstances?
It is. It is also called, looks like I bought these assets
Oh
off.
my lord. Dude,
yeah.
No. He didn't buy it. That's literally the, default, Unreal asset, person asset. When you do any of the tutorials, you download this guy, and he's the asset, and you can, attach controller model to him, and you can, player controller and all this stuff. This is literally Unreal, basic,
Day
Like,
one
this is
shit.
wild. Like, he put some textures on some walls, and you're like running around in Unreal. That's basically all this is. This is wild.
So like, there's a guy who did this, and he paid $100 to put this on Steam.
Yep.
Man.
So, Sach, what have you thought of our ongoing segment? What came out on Steam today?
I really like it. What the fuck is this? Oh, this is amazing. I have heard a lot about how much crap comes out on Steam, and I'm just like, yeah, a lot of crap's coming out on Steam, and you just kind of take it for granted that a lot of crap comes out on Steam. Someone who is a game developer, you want to eventually make something that'll stand out, but like, there is a lot of freaking crap on Steam, man.
It's really bad. Like, I've gotten to the point now, like, where if a game I want to buy is available through another service, I will buy it there. Like if it's on GOG, if it's on itch, I'm going to buy it on GOG or itch, because Jesus Christ, like, I don't want to encourage Valve in thinking that what they're doing is okay.
Yeah. Like, get your shit together, Valve.
Yeah. I mean, this, like, when they're like, we don't want to be in the business of telling our customers what they can or can't buy. I'm like, imagine walking into Target, right? And there is a literal tub of shit on, like, a shelf. And you, like, walk up to the manager and you're like, manager, that is an actual tub of shit. And they're like, well, we don't want to tell people what they can't buy. Like, it's an actual tub of shit.
They paid the fee to be put in the store. I don't know.
Like, I don't know what your problem would be with that tub of feces.
Just buy it or don't, or whatever. Like,
oh, man. All right. Well, gosh, Rocky, this is, I think, normally where I would ask you to tell people about the music on this show, but I don't want to do that this week. Because I feel like there's a better recourse for that. So you want to plug yourself?
Yeah, I guess I can plug myself. Yeah. So the music on the show is done by me, Big Sach. You can follow my music over at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ. I haven't really put out anything in a long time, but I'm getting my setup back together. So hopefully I'll be posting some music soon. And once I get my Ableton permissions to not access the C library on accident. And crash Ableton every time I try to open it, I'll fix it up. But you can also follow me on Twitter over at @Ilary_Swank. Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
you've been great.
Yeah, man. Like, this is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and then it seemed to, like, thanks for doing it on short notice.
Yeah.
Rocky, you want to tell people about how they can obtain a buttered biscuit?
Oh, yeah. All right. So, guys, as always, since we are a podcast, our lifeblood are reviews. So, please, if you get a chance, leave us a review on iTunes, Google Play, or Stitcher. But if you leave your review on iTunes, Brian owes you a biscuit. It's just how it works. He'll get it out to you. We still have a Discord. It's linked on all our social media, the Facebook, the Twitter, and the Tumblr, all Impossible Coin. Keep an eye out for Monster Hunter Mondays and Hearthstone's Fridays. Sometimes Brian plays Steam Trash. We won't talk that much about that. But yeah, get at us. Tell us how we're doing the show. Tell us how much you love wrestling. Because Brian says no one loves wrestling. I don't believe that's real.
Even people who love wrestling don't love wrestling.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, I think that was a show. That was a show.
Okay.
All right. Peace.
All right. Peace out, guys.
Later.